Welcome to another episode of the Art of Never Giving Up podcast. And today, I have a very special guest. Now, I'm using all those varies because this young lady is that extraordinary. She flew in from LA, fashion designer. And I ain't talking about, she had humble beginnings before, before she moved to LA and set up shop. But New York Fashion Week multiple times, partnerships with Saks, launches with Saks, partnership with United Airlines. Her work has been featured in Vanity Fair magazine, has been worn by A-list celebrities like, who I want to name? Miss Viola Davis, if you've ever heard of her. Tracy, Ellis Ross, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't got to keep going. My dog, the amazing Claude Kameni.
Yes.
Boom, Claude. Oh, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I can't wait to see where this conversation goes.
Boom. So let's start off. The CEO of Lavy by CK. Mm-hmm. Tell us, Claude, how long have you been making? I don't think I did a good enough job explaining what Lavy by CK is. So explain it to us what it is.
Okay. So basically, we changed the brand name.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yes. So the brand was changed 2 years ago.
Okay.
To my name, which is Claude Kameni. That's why when you see me post, it says Claude Kameni.
Ah, Claude Kameni.
Because it changed from Lavy by CK to Claude Kameni because the name came when I was in high school. And the reason why, as an adult, I changed is because I wanted to use my name. Lavy was just a word that I came up with. It didn't really have a meaning to it.
Right.
Because I didn't really like my actual name. As I grew older into what I am today, I'm realizing that Claude Kameni is a perfect brand name. So that's why I switched the name to Claude. And that has been the best decision that I have made for my brand.
So when we were rocking the Claude Kameni item, which you are rocking one right now, green. Tell us about the inspiration behind it, the Cameroonian roots.
Cameroonian.
I didn't know how to make that clear. the Cameroonian roots and influence behind it, and also who do you make these items for?
Okay, so basically my inspiration comes from Cameroon, West Africa. In Cameroon, we have a lot of colorful print. Our parents wear them to the market, to buy groceries, but young adults like us don't really like wearing it to go out. So growing up, I wanted to create something that young adults can also wear anywhere, to events, parties, and not feel ashamed of what they have on. So that's when I started creating the print fabric, but make it more modern instead of looking too African, that's what I say. So I started creating these pieces just to make it more modern in today's, what people will wear in today's era, except it would be in print instead of solid colors. So that's where my inspiration came from with creating this stuff. My stuff is made to boost your confidence. It's for people that want their confidence to be boosted, people that want to be seen. That's what I make this stuff for. So, yeah.
So the aesthetics, right? And if you haven't seen any of Claude's visuals or pieces, the piece is number one. If you wearing it, you feeling yourself because everybody looking like you got that shit on. Facts, everybody looking like you got that shit on. Yeah. But I feel like when you create your visuals, they are just as dope. How? Because I be watching sometime in straight awe, man, how Claude put this shit together?
So my visuals, the way I come up with my visuals, nobody can understand what I'm doing. It's all in my brain.
Okay.
Meaning I have to be, I can sit and explain to you what I'm going to do, but okay, you got this. But when you see it, you're like, I see where you're going with this. I can't really explain my vision. It just naturally just happened.
Right.
It's not explainable. Even I try to even tell my sister, my sister always asks oh my God, Claude, how do you come up with this type of concept? And I'm like, I can't really explain, but I can show you how I'm doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where I come from.
Everything intrinsic. So how did you start on the journey in this industry?
So my journey started in high school.
Okay.
I went to High Point High School. Shout out to them.
Where's that at?
It's in Beltsville, Maryland.
Okay, shout out to Maryland. Black folks in Maryland. There's a few black folks, few Africans in Maryland. Come on now. Don't do
Beltsville. us. Yeah, so I went to High Point High School. At the time, I was doing a lot of sketches. And then I was in 11th grade, and then we had to take an arts class. So I didn't know they had fashion. So when I found out they had fashion, it was between cooking class and fashion class. So I took the fashion class. When I took that class, I was literally the only person that was paying attention in the class. Everybody hated that class. They were like, oh, when is this gonna end? And I'm there like loving the class. Like, oh my God. I was asking my teacher, like, we have like something called Global Explosion, where it's like, everybody culturally comes together and have like an event at the school. So I was like, can I do like a fashion show? Like at the school, that's when it all started. At the time, I'm like 17. So
what?
Yes. So I'm like, can I do like a fashion show? She was like, yeah, sure. So she would teach me how to like do like little simple stuff. I would go home, watch YouTube, teach myself, then I'll make like pieces, and then I created like a whole entire like collection and had my friends like model the clothes for the global. It was so cool. Like I would never forget that day in my life.
So you started you put on your first fashion show in high school.
Yes, I did.
I'd have been the only person in class paying attention.
Yes.
Because you ain't want to go to the cooking class.
Yes, correct. Correct.
That's
yes.
dope. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, keep
correct.
going. I'm listening.
Yeah. So after high school, like after all that happened, I was supposed to go to college for criminal justice. I don't know why, but that was just a thing. So at first I asked my mom, like, can we afford to go to FEDM? She couldn't afford to take me to a fashion school. So I was like, okay, let me just go to do criminal justice at a community college. And then when I went there for like a year at a community college, and I didn't really like it. So I was going to work when I graduated high school. I was sewing clothes. Then I was I was sewing clothes, and I was also learning how to sew clothes on YouTube, right? I know, it's a whole story. So after that, I used to go to work every day. Like I would go to work. I work at a beauty supply store. I'll go to work, and this lady will always come up to me because I wear my design to work. I got to promote myself any way necessary.
Facts.
So I wear my stuff to work every day. She'll come. She was like, you don't belong here. You need to go and live out your, like it's like an angel was coming to tell me, like,
wow,
what are you doing working here? You should not be working.
She knew you didn't belong.
I did not belong.
Be like, girl, this is my job. This is not for you.
Yeah,
you need to be.
Yeah, she's like, no, like you don't, she came in like 3 times and told me the same thing 3 times. You don't belong here. This place is not for you. You're too talented to be here. So you know what I did? I quit college. I quit my job. Then I started sewing like full time. I went to YouTube University, started like learning even deeper and deeper. This was in 2013.
Oh my God. Okay, 2013.
Yes.
I ain't working. I ain't in school.
Yes.
Me and YouTube and this sewing machine and these fabrics.
Yes.
We gonna be great.
Yeah, we're gonna be great. And then I just kept like learning. And then prom came around. It was like my little sister's prom. She was graduating high school. So I was like, I can make your prom dress. So I made her prom dress. And then all her friends came to me to make her prom dress. So I started making like prom dress. Social media was like getting hot around that time. So I started posting on social media. That's the time I came up with the La Vie by CK name.
Okay, gotcha.
Because at the time, La vie in French means life, so life was my fashion at the time. That's how I came up with
Okay, got the roots. It got us where we needed to go.
So La vie by CK. The CK part was Claude Kameni. So it was always life by Claude Kameni.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it.
So basically, I started going viral on social media for my prom dresses. Literally, it was everywhere. I would go viral, post one dress, it would go viral. One day I went viral to a point where Janet Jackson's stylist saw it and reached out directly in an email. Mind you, at the time, my sister is my assistant.
The same sister that you just made the prom dress from. Oh my God.
She's my assistant.
Oh my God. She's your assistant. She's your little sister. She's your model. Okay, yeah. This is entrepreneurship here.
Yeah. So my sister was like, okay, Claude, you just got an email and it says Janet Jackson styling. I said, this is a fake email. You mean like the Janet Jackson that we watch on TV?
Right.
I never imagined any of this. So she's like, yeah, the real like Janet Jackson, I think they're being for real. So, we set up a meeting. My sister does like the whole meeting setting. That thing is so funny.
Yeah, we can handle it. Yeah, no, this is her assistant.
Yeah.
Don't mind my last name.
Yeah.
No, this is her assistant.
So my sister handles everything. She's like, okay, so we got to go to New York. They literally brought us to we went to New York. I made a dress for Janet Jackson, went to New York, did the fitting with Janet Jackson. Sweetest woman ever. She's so soft-spoken. Thank you so much.
How long are we making dresses from Janet Jackson?
From prom to Janet Jackson.
How long ago was when the beauty supply we wasn't supposed to be in?
So the beauty supply was 2012 to 2013.
Okay.
2013 to like 2017, prom dresses.
Okay.
From 2018, that's when Janet Jackson wore one of my pieces. And then when she wore one of my pieces, my life changed forever.
I could imagine.
That was just that. After that, everything just kept going boom, boom.
So what is that? What is that life? No, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, right?
So yeah, so what that process was like is like after Janet Jackson, we got Tracy Ellis Ross. Okay. Tracy Ellis Ross, people lived in LA. They wanted me to make her an outfit like in a week and then overnight.
That's when she was hosting the NAACP Awards? Was it the NAACP Awards she was hosting?
Something like that.
She was hosting one of the awards.
Yeah, one of the awards. So I made the dress. I'm like, I don't know if it's going to fit her. I never had a fitting. I never had this type of pressure where like I have 1 week to make like a garment for somebody. So I still made it and we shipped it out like overnight, shipped it. They paid for everything. And, you know, during the award show, you know, she's wearing all these dresses, coming out all these dresses. And I'm like, I mean, next time. It's okay. She doesn't win.
Oh, because you're watching the show.
Yeah,
like,
hey,
where am I at? Right.
Watching, I mean, I guess it didn't fit her because we didn't hear nothing back. Nothing. We don't know nothing that's going on. I'm like, okay, maybe she's going to wear it next time. Maybe another time. Somebody else going to come. Okay. I see her walking at the end with the dress. I almost cried. I was like, that's my dress on TV.
You see your girl? Come on, now I'm in YouTube University.
Yes, that's my dress on an African print ball gown right in front of everybody's eyes on national television, live. Only God knows. Like, I was in shock how good it looked on her.
It looked phenomenal.
I was like,
it looked
wow.
phenomenal. And I know how good it looked on her, but I did not know that you didn't have a fitting with her.
We didn't have
and that
no
thing
fitting.
was fitting perfect.
Yeah, we didn't have any fitting with her. I was just like, wow. Cheers to the stylist, because wow.
Oh my God. So
yeah.
Tracy Ellis Ross wears it. The iconic photo.
Right.
She kills it.
Right.
It's only up from now. You done knocked up Janet.
Yeah.
You done got Tracy Ellis
it's only
Ross
up
clothes.
from there.
So this is what year does Tracy wear the dress?
2018, end of 2018, 2019 beginning. Like
okay.
September, November, one of those time, around that time.
Around that time.
Yeah, that was like 2019 actually.
Okay.
Yeah, 2019. Yeah, 2019.
And I met you in LA in the gifting suite in 2019.
Was it? Yeah, 2019. Yeah, and then I ran to Tracy. And I was like, I'm the one that made your dress because I've never met her.
Oh, wow.
And she took pictures with me, selfies with me. And I was like, oh my God, thank you for the dress. It was amazing. Like, yeah, it was that same year. So let's go back a little bit. That time you met me there was the time I actually had moved because now I'm getting a lot of calls from LA. We need you to make this for the red carpets. We need you to do this. We need you to do that. So I'm like, I'm not going to keep flying back and forth. Like, this is a lot for me. So I was like, okay. I told my mom, you know parents, they're not agreeing to anything.
Of course not. Yeah, tell us how they was like, yeah, girl, you're going to be the best dressmaker ever.
You done lost your mind.
That you learned how to do off YouTube. That you learned how to do off YouTube.
She's like, you done lost your mind. Absolutely not. But the more I kept talking to her about it, the more she's like, okay, if you're going to go, you're going to bring your sister with you.
Come on, sister. Come on, sister / model / everything. Shout out to little sister. Yeah. I love her already. Shout out to little sister.
Yeah, so she was like, okay, if you're going to go, just bring your sister with you. So my sister came to LA. We lived together. We got an apartment. We lived together. And after that, we just started getting like even more clients. And then as soon as I landed, my sister checks the email. She's like, Claude, you got another gig. You have to do Coming to America.
I forgot you did the dresses for Coming to America. Come on, Claude. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. She said, you got to email. You got to go meet up with the costume designer this day, that day. You guys have to talk about this dress that you have to make. So we go meet up with the costume designer, Ruth Carter. Amazing woman, right? So we go and meet up with her. She's like, Claude, people want to pay to design this wedding dress at the end, but we want to give it to you to design it. People want to pay.
Look at God. Come on now.
To
Look at
design
God.
this dress, but we are choosing you to design the dress.
Because they see the exposure. They want to pay for the exposure, but they see the quality that you bring and like, no, we want you for it.
Correct.
Wow.
So they were like, so this is what we need. It was like I would never forget that. That process was amazing. Like, I was like, wow, I'm going to be like on set with all these big producers, all these big actors. So crazy. So we make like the whole dress. Mind you, at the time, I didn't have a studio. So I'm working in my apartment.
Thugging it out.
I'm working in my apartment. So I'm like, okay, cool. We're making this dress. I hired some people to like help me like sew. Because it's a big dress. The dress weighed like 216 pounds.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was it was like, you should see it. The dress was heavy.
216.
Yes.
Jeez.
The dress was heavy. Yes. So when we finished the dress, we went on set. We got to meet like the whole cast, Eddie Murphy, all of them. I was like, oh my God, this cannot be real life. This cannot be real life. Like everything is just happening.
How long were you in LA? You know, when you first got to LA, you got the call.
Yes,
you got the email.
I got the call. I got the email.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like everything has just been set in stone in my life, even through the down. It's not like everything has been great.
Absolutely.
Also have like downtime also, but it's like everything is crazy.
What gave you the confidence to think that you can really do this? What gave you the confidence of like, I'm moving to LA?
God.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Trust your instinct. Just do it. God. I'm a prayerful woman.
Wow.
And I trust God. And I trust what he has done for me in my path.
So throughout this process, you know you're living your purpose.
Yeah, I'm living my purpose for sure. Because to be fair, if I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't even do it for money. Because I truly love it. I truly love seeing the smile on people's faces when they wear my pieces because it just lights up. That's dope. And I feel like that's a calling God brought on earth for me because somebody can be sad and they wear one of my pieces and they are just wowed.
Right.
And it makes me happy. So, yeah.
You know, I don't know. You know, we talking about all these different places your pieces have been. I remember you made a piece for my wife, the pink piece.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that on Netflix?
Was it on Netflix?
She's on the Monique special on Netflix. Yes, rocking it. Yeah. So that's another cameo. Yeah. The pink piece, the pink one piece.
Okay.
But I didn't see that. But you know what? So when we met, right? Little backstory on us. When we met in the gifting suite, 2019 NAACP Awards, 50th annual, right? Yeah. Me and Claude are hanging out. We hanging out all day because we in this gifting suite waiting on the stars to come. I got my She's Happy Hair booth. Yeah. She got a Claude Kameni booth set up. And we ain't know that we had to hang out all damn day.
Yeah.
So we chilling. We ain't know the stars don't come to 11 o'clock at night. And they told us to get there at 11 in the morning. So all day we hanging out, bored as hell. Going to eat, taking pictures, all type of shit. Just spending our time, right? Yeah. And I think you had to leave.
Yeah.
Before the let out of the event, because it's like that the stars don't come to the gifted suite until after the award show is over. Right. And I remember you were like, all right, Warren, nice meeting you. I gotta leave.
Yeah. And why did I leave for again?
I don't know. You was like, oh, I got a flight to catch. I booked my flight. I didn't know we was gonna hang out this late.
When was NAACP? What month?
I can't remember what.
Was it like June, July?
It was like right around this time. It was right around this time.
I probably was going to Atlanta for probably another job.
Yeah, I would say it was around March-ish.
Okay.
Like right around in March, late March, right?
Yeah.
So you left. Because I remember looking at how dope your dresses was and like, oh my God, it's beautiful. And then you was like, all right, I'm gone. You was like, I'm just going to put up a flyer on the table. I remember you saying that. Like, I'm just gonna put this little flyer up on the table, and they can kind of like look at the QR code or whatever the number is. That. Yeah, it was just like
and try to figure it out.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, that'll be all right. And I'm talking to you the whole day, and I'm like, oh yeah, the dress is dope. And I remember at that time, I don't know how much your dresses are now, but it was like 50% off. Only dresses like $2,000. Yeah. And I'm like, she charging $2,000 for dresses, but you were gone. This is my internal conversation. Like, oh my God. Like, man. And when the show let out, everybody was in the gifting suite but you.
Yes.
Everybody was at your table Like, they were fighting over the flyer. They were like, no, let me get that. And at that point, I was like, oh, I got to Google who Claude is. Like, I was like, I'm
so
missing
cool.
something. Like,
Yeah, I
was,
remember you called me telling me that.
yeah, I was like, man, everybody, like, I don't think you understand. I ain't never seen people in ball gowns passing over the flyer. Like, girl, let me get in next. And these are like the who's who of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And they were just trying to take a photo of your flyer to get your dresses. Man, that still blows me away to this day. Like, it still blows me away.
Thank you.
So we moved from coming to America. How do we get big partnerships with Saks Fifth Avenue?
So consistency.
Okay, come on now. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Social media, consistency in your posting. And then one day, I just get a DM from Saks, one of the Saks executive. Hey, Claude, we love your work. We would love to discuss you being in Saks.
Wow.
It wasn't like no connection or nothing. It was actually the Saks people.
Found you.
Found me.
Wow.
Hey, Claude, we'd love for you to be in Saks.
Oh, my God, Claude.
And I'm looking like, is this real life? This is right after coming to America.
Oh, has Coming to America aired at this time yet?
No, it hadn't aired.
Oh, you just killing shit. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm listening.
hadn't
You just killing it.
Yeah. So when I was like, this cannot be real. So I have a new assistant at the time now. My sister,
Okay, hold on. No, we ain't do our sister like that, Claude. Come on now. We didn't do our sister like that. What's she doing? No, she done stuck with you from the beginning. Come on, Claude.
No, she wanted to live her own life.
Oh, yeah. She's like, look here, girl. You got dreams. I got dreams, too. Look, I like what I got my own dreams. I want to be like you.
She still help me when she can. She still help me. So, like, my new assistant at the time, it's like, okay, so this is how we have to come at it. This is what we're going to do. Email them, set an appointment, Zoom meeting, whatever the case is. Everything worked out. Like, I set up a Zoom meeting. They talked a little bit about my collection. They looked at my prices and all this. They're like, okay, your prices need to go a little up for ready to wear, because at the time my ready to wear prices was like $80, $100. And you know, in Saks, it's a high end store.
Absolutely.
They're looking at my custom gown, $2,000, and then they're looking at my retail. It's at least $80 to $100. It's not, the price is not matched, right? So they're like, okay, you need to bring your pricing up to about like between $300 to like $800. That's where your price point should be, because your competitors are also at that price.
Absolutely.
So I was like, okay, that's when I started. I was like, damn, now I got to go and do research on this, because I don't know nothing about retail. I got to go take a class.
Wow.
Because I didn't go to school for this. So I'm learning as I'm going as well. So I took a class. I did my research. I did I felt like I went to college for a whole year within the span of like probably 3 months.
Don't talk about
entrepreneurship. So I did all the research that I could do. I was like, okay, cool. I see what they're saying with the pricing. I do see what they mean by my competitors are also, their pricing all about $300 and higher. And then that's when like we went back and like changed our pricing a little bit with ready to wear. And after that, we went back to them with our new like pricings, right? And then they're like, okay, cool, this looks good. This is what we could buy from you. Like, this is what we could buy from you. Like, you know, I sent them collection, and then they'll buy like based off of the collections that I send them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's amazing, because they told you like, nah, you selling it too low.
Yeah.
Like, you giving it away.
I'm giving it away easy.
Step your game up.
Easy.
And then when you step your game up, when they got the information, step your game up.
Yes.
They wrote the check.
They wrote the check. Yes. Correct.
So that's Saks. I feel like I came out to one of your lunches.
Yes. In
LA.
Yes.
Out to Saks. And
yes.
Even when I came to that lunch, right? I feel like, man, your events are so dope, because
you
bring out like, I'm used to black folks.
Yeah.
I'm used to regular black people. Yeah. I've never seen the type of black beauty that you bring out. Like, you bringing people straight with real African beauty characteristic. I hadn't seen skin so dark and smooth, and again, and they rocking your stuff, so they got the patterns on and the color. And when you say you want people to feel like they that guy and that chick, everybody who was rocking your shit felt like it.
I always tell people around me, I want you to look better than me. So when you come to my event, look better than me.
Wow.
So then when you see the whole room, everybody looks good. There's no judgment. Look better than me.
That was
If
like,
you can look
wow.
better than me, then okay.
That was the first room I've been in where I was just in awe.
Yeah,
Everybody,
it was a nice
like,
room.
Dudes, women, like, I'm looking at dudes, like, bro, you get them cheekbones from, bro. Like, hey, man. Like, they teased me for being black in school. Like, I wish I was this black.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The beauty that you are able to bring together. Like, how did that feel at that lunch just to look at that room?
It felt so good afterward. Like, when I'm in launch mode, I'm not present. But after I watch the video, I'm like, wow. I did the damn thing.
Yeah, you did.
I did the damn thing.
Yeah, you
because
did.
Everybody looks so good.
They did. They really did.
So like it just brings a great warmth to my heart knowing that I have this much support around me and like people actually rock with my clothes. So yeah.
Rock with the clothes, rock with the brand.
Yeah.
As a black high-end fashion brand, am I saying that right though? Because I just feel like and you are a black brand, but you high-end fashion.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm boxing you in. Do you feel like people are boxing you in when they say like black? I
just feel like I'm a brand.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just a brand that's trying to make everybody happy. That's just trying to make everybody feel good.
I love it.
Yeah, in my clothes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So we moved from Saks. Now we in Saks. Now we working on Coming to America. Now we done already killed a few award shows. Now we done killed Janet Jackson. Now we done told little sister, go on, go live your dreams, right? And now we come across United Airlines.
Yes. So United Airline came when I was in the Saks program.
Okay.
While I was in the Saks program, it was like 1 year. They just teach you about like marketing, how to do your pricings, all that stuff. So I was in it for 1 year. And then within that year, United came in. They were like, okay, this is an offer we want to give. It was 8 designers a part of the program.
Okay.
We want to offer you guys something. We want 8 of you guys to design a blanket. Out of the 8 of you guys, you have to design a blanket and do a presentation to like the Saks member and the United members.
Okay.
Whatever. So out of the 8 people, we all designed the blankets, right? I was like, dang, like, I really need my blanket to be on this plane. Like, what am I going to do? Like, I prayed, I fasted, I did everything that I could do.
Oh, wow.
To get on this flight, okay? So when we had a presentation, was everybody had to be in the room. The 8 designers, the United team, the Saks team presentation. Everybody went and did their presentation. It was cute. It was good. It was nice. I did my presentation. I was very thorough about what I'm doing, why I should be the person chosen to be in United Airline, the type of blanket design. You saw the blanket, like the reason behind the blanket design that I designed for them. And ultimately just sharing like my story, like, you know, how I got to where I am pretty much. And after that, a few weeks comes by, some of the designers that were a part of the program, she was like, you should win this. Your presentation was dope. You should have seen my presentation. Like, that presentation was A1. So they're like, your presentation was dope. Your presentation was dope. You should be the winner. A few weeks come by, I get an email. Claude, you've been selected to be United Airline.
Wow.
You'll be compensated this, that. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're...
Now, if you don't know, if you fly first class with United right now, and you get a little cold on your flight, if you fly
business class,
yes, and you get a little chilly,
yeah,
and you want to pull out that blanket, you're not gonna get that old whack gray, itchy blanket. You're gonna get the beautiful Claude Kameni blue. What?
United. It's blue green United flight. It has like a little lavender in it. It's
come on. How do you explain the pattern on that thing? So
the pattern initially came from me just sketching it on paper, because I came up with a whole bunch of patterns, and I was like, I think this one is the best one. It had like, it's like a star shape. It's like this, but star shape. And then with the colors, I just went with like the United colors. Like, it was like blue, like a dark blue, lavender, just to bring a little bit color for them, because why is it just dark blue?
Facts,
I
facts.
just put a little color in there. It wasn't too much, but it was just enough for their.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Actually,
I brought you a blanket.
You should have brought me a blanket. Don't worry, you can mail me one.
Yeah, I'll send
you can mail me one. I'll take it.
I brought you one.
I'll take it.
Oh my God.
I will definitely take it. So when I'm listening to your journey, I'm hearing one theme that keeps coming up to me is how you self-educate yourself to put yourself in a better position. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah. So with every opportunity that I have, or prior to that, any opportunity that I'm going to get or whatever I want to get for myself, I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to do in the research. Even though I didn't go to school for any of this, all you got to do, everything is just on Google.
Facts.
Everything is just on YouTube. You just got to sit down, turn off all the noise, and educate yourself.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the focus in the discipline it takes to not go to the parties and to sit down and focus. Can you talk about that?
My whole life, I used to sew in my mom's house in the beginning of all this. My whole life, I've never been a party person. I've always been focused on this brand, or let's not even say a brand, because when I was doing it in the beginning, I loved it. It wasn't something that I was thinking about like, oh, this is going to be a big brand in the future. No, it was something that I genuinely loved in the beginning. So as time like was going by and I'm learning new things as well, and new things are coming up and I'm having to teach myself and also having to discipline myself. A lot of people had to leave my life. A lot of people could not stay. A lot of people could not handle me doing this. And that was okay. That was something I had to live with. That was something I would have to be okay with. And I'm okay with it.
Any regrets?
No, I don't have any regrets. I feel like I'm going where my destiny, because on this earth, I was listening to a preacher this morning, pretty much. He was like, everybody has a destiny in this life. It's up to you to decide what that is. And I feel like this is my destiny. This is what I came on this earth to do.
Right. I love it. Circle got smaller. Everybody can't go.
Yeah.
So we talked about a lot of the highs, right? Talked about the Janet Jacksons and the Tracy Ellis Rosses, right? And Coming to America, the United Airlines and the Saks Fifth Avenues. But what a lot of people don't understand is that's not the day-to-day. No. The challenges, the failures that you
the cries, the tears. I've cried a river. I've cried so much that I couldn't even cry no more. I've cried for opportunities that I wish I could have gotten, but I didn't. And I had to like be okay with it. I've cried for stuff like in business, there's something wrong every day.
Right.
Like it's probably something wrong right now.
Absolutely is. Something's going wrong right now.
Every day. So It's like you also have to be very mindful, or you also have to take care of yourself, if that makes sense. Like it can't just always be about like your business. You have to do stuff you like meditation in the morning. I don't know, like take care of your own mental, because this business can drive you crazy if you let it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you do for self-care and to take care of yourself?
So I like to go out to eat. One thing about me, I'm going to eat.
Even though you didn't take the eating class, even though it worked out well. No, it's a great decision. Yes. One of the best decisions. I'm going to eat. You going to let somebody else cook. I'm going to make the clothes. Yes. I'm going to let somebody else cook it.
I'm going to eat. I'll go to the gym. I'll go for a walk. Those are like little self-care for me, like just trying to clear my mind and stuff. I like to play tennis. That's something to clear my mind also. So yeah, stuff that you actually like, because we have to disconnect sometimes.
Right. And I think people don't understand that. They think, right, oh, you connected with Saks. Oh, you did New York Fashion Week all the time. Oh, you're just joyful every day.
No.
That's not
absolutely not.
Talk about that.
And I feel like maybe also I'm at fault because I don't probably show that on my social media, that things do go wrong. Sometimes I don't get what I want. Sometimes it's tough. Yeah. Sometimes, like, we had to work on, like a few years back, we had to work on my finances. I didn't even know how that worked. I was just spending.
Right.
Sometimes you have to get stuff in order. Sometimes nothing is perfect.
How did you learn a discipline there? Because I don't think a lot of entrepreneurs who actually do become successful speak about that. And I think that's a common mistake. Like, you start making it, you spend it everywhere because you think it's coming in from everywhere.
No, one day you wake up, nothing is coming in. And you have to figure out what is a pivotal point. What can you do? Because you can't sit and wait.
Right.
Nobody's coming to save you.
Facts.
Nobody's coming to save you. So you have to sit and like figure out what is an alternative. What do you got to do so this doesn't happen again? So those are some stuff that I had to learn for myself. What do I do so this does never happen again? Yeah.
What are probably 3 things Claude from present today would tell Claude 2016 Claude? 3 things.
Get a lawyer immediately. Get your finances together immediately. And just keep pushing. That's it.
How was the support when you started with the prom dresses? I'm trying to go back to the mindset of you out from the mud, right?
Okay.
When nobody's seen it, when you seem a little crazy to everybody still.
Yeah.
How was it when you? How was
that was a little crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what does she think she's doing?
Talk about that. Tell me how everybody seen your vision. Tell them how they knew you was going to LA.
Everybody was like, what does she think she's doing? Like, this is not a career. I had one of my uncles when I was younger. I would think I was like 16, 15-ish. He was like, what do you want to do when you grow up? Mind you, at the time, I don't know. So I was like, I want to be a fashion designer. Wow. Not knowing that's what I'm going to be when I grow up. Right. He goes and say, that's not a career. That has lived with me.
Thank you for that push, Unc.
That has
still
lived
got
with
that
me.
chip on our shoulder, Unc.
Yes, that has lived with me. And I'm like, I said a fashion, instead of like supporting my decision, like, okay, yeah, be a fashion designer. Even if I don't become a fashion designer,
right.
Don't dim my dreams down the way he did and stuff. So just now, like as a 30-year-old, seeing that I'm a fashion designer, just looking back, it's so crazy.
First of all, let's just talk about that you just turned 30. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Like a week or 2 ago?
Yeah, a week ago.
A week ago.
A week and a half-ish.
You have accomplished so much in such a short time. You're just 30. You done got all of these milestones.
Yeah.
And I know it's only up from here. But I feel like, what does that feel like at 30, right? Like, what is that when you sit back and like, oh man, I already did all this and I just turned 30.
And the thing about it is like, how do I put this? I don't feel it until I'm talking to you.
Right
now.
Right.
I don't feel my accomplishment until I'm like sitting. I'm like, damn, I really did that. I really did all that.
Right.
Wow. Like, so like people would see what I'm doing, but I'm not like, as an entrepreneur, I'm not seeing it because it's kind of like, you got to keep going. What's next? You got to keep going. So now what I've learned is live in the moment. What's now?
Talk to us.
What's now? So now I'm like living in the moment of what's now. Stop asking me what's next.
When did you come to that realization?
I came to that realization on my 30th birthday.
Woo, better late than never. Yes.
Yeah.
That is a hard
I don't know what's
place
next.
to get to.
I don't want to be what's next, what's now. What are we celebrating now? Let's go eat. We're celebrating now. We're celebrating the now.
Facts.
So I don't want to have that life where it's like constantly something. I want to live in the moment. I want to be here. I want to be present, because when those stuff happen, it's awesome. It's great. It's stuff, but it can be a lot.
Right.
It can be a lot. My God, it can be a lot. But I've learned to just be in the moment and just live for today and for now.
That is something that took me a long time to realize. I remember when I came to that realization, I was on a flight. And that was the only time I had a chance to think. And I'm looking on my phone and I'm stressed about what's next. And I look at the photos, it's like, man, the last 5 years been pretty good, right? It's
yeah. You come to that,
why am I so stressed out right now, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you are living, what are you celebrating right now?
Right now, I'm celebrating being alive. That's what I'm celebrating. Still being here. Still being able to run a business. That's what I'm celebrating right now.
That is an accomplishment in itself.
Exactly.
So tell me, what is your best piece of advice you've ever received?
Best piece of advice I've ever received is don't listen to anybody but yourself. Listen to your own instincts. Because your instincts be talking. So listen to that. Don't listen to your head. Listen to your instincts.
Listen to your instincts.
Yeah.
What about the worst piece of advice?
Worst piece of advice is giving people the benefit of the doubt. Trust no one.
I like that. Sometimes you guys come on now. They gotta get what they need because a lot of people aspire to be where you are.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to reveal some of the mindset and the decision making that it takes to get the way, and also the work ethic.
Sometimes it's bad decision that you're making, especially in business. Sometimes you think you're making the best decision and you be like, damn, I should have probably never done that. Damn, if I never did it, if I went this other route, it would have worked out. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah.
How do you handle those? How do you handle those moments?
I just be like, man, it is what it is.
Facts.
It is what it is. You just gotta keep going. It is what it is.
I love it. One of my lightweight mentors, he taught me this quote. He's saying, entrepreneurship, you don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't. That's true.
You don't know what you don't know.
What you don't know. Yeah.
What are you working on next?
What am I working on right now? I'm focusing on my own consumers, like my ready-to-wear collections for my own, because I kind of feel like it was a lot going on. So I feel like I neglected them a little bit. So I'm trying to get back into like, okay, guys, please go shop on my website. It's great to be in Saks, but it's also great for it to be on my own.
Absolutely, yeah.
Consumer. So like now I'm trying to like pivot and focus on also that as well. Now that I have like a good hang on how like the whole Saks works and stuff. Yeah.
So you learned a lot of information from the Saks program, dealing with them, and now we're going to apply that to the Claude Kameni.
Yes.
Kameni.
Yeah.
Claude Kameni website.
Yes. Correct.
So if we jumping on the website right now, what collection is going on right now?
We have this collection that I'm wearing.
I like that. That's dope. That's dope.
Like the bold.
Was that like a romper? Is that like a one piece romper?
Yeah, they have men's. We have men's stuff too. Men, women. It's really dope.
No, I don't rock the short set. Don't get me wrong. I know you got men's stuff. I got a short set.
Yes.
I know you got. Okay, so you got the men's stuff going on right now.
I have ready to wear on my website. I have gowns. I have custom orders. All of that.
So if I wanted to get a custom order and I'm a young lady and I got a gala I got to go through and I just want to shut that shit down, now go to your site. What's that turnaround time looking like?
The turnaround time for that is like a month.
Okay.
But we also do rush service, which is 2 weeks, but it's just a little extra.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah, about a month.
And so everything's online right now. Are we looking at possibly I know what we speaking into in existence for you right now. I heard you say it already. Mm-hmm. When we go get on Rodeo Drive? Come on. When are we gonna be walking down Rodeo Drive?
You know the crazy part is, like, I would say, oh, my stuff is going by. Mind you, at the time, my stuff was not in Saks. So we kind of spoke into existence a little bit because Saks is on Rodeo Drive. Saks Fifth Avenue is on Rodeo.
Yeah, it is.
So my stuff is inside.
You already on Rodeo. My bad. My bad. Yeah, you already there. My bad. Yes. Saks Hills right there on Rodeo.
Yes. So when I thought, I was like, wait. Isn't this something that I said that my stuff is going to be up?
No, you definitely said it. I seen it.
It may not be a physical store, but we started somewhere.
Man, come on now. You got to clap for yourself now.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be on Rodeo Drive?
Feels good walking into Saks.
Man.
And Claude Pieces is right there.
So who is, we've talked about a few of the customers. Mm-hmm. Who is somebody who's rocked a piece or you seen that just blew your mind?
Viola Davis. I never expected it.
Really?
I didn't even have a fitting with her. I didn't even meet her.
So you still haven't met her?
No, I met her already.
Okay.
But when the whole thing happened, I didn't meet her.
Tell us about that process.
I just made her dress. I guess at the time I had a PR. They reached out to my PR because I knew the lady, her stylist directly. So she just reached out to my PR. So they set up like a whole meeting. And after that, we did like a little consultation over for what they wanted. They just, okay, this is what she want. And then I did like a whole little sketch for her. They loved one of the sketches. So then we created the outfit. Once we created the outfits, they were like, okay, one of our assistants going to come pick it up. I was like, ain't no fitting. They're like, no, it's okay. We have tailors here. If we need adjustment, we can adjust. I say, okay, cool. They took the outfit. Mind you, I don't know if she's going to wear because this is the Golden Globes. So with the industry, you don't know what's what.
How many dresses that okay, got you.
You can make something and they don't. That has happened many times. So in my head, I'm like, you don't know if she's going to wear it or not. So when I get the email from my PR, she's like confirming that she's definitely wearing it. I was like, thank God. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. So in LA, like I can make a dress for the red carpet for somebody, right? The stylist may pick it up, whoever may pick it up, or it'll go to their dressing room. Mind you, they have so many dresses.
Right.
My dress may not be picked. It can just be sitting on a shelf with dust on it.
Right.
So it's not something that's promised that's gonna happen, that they're gonna wear your outfit. But when they do, it's great exposure.
That is amazing. So, and it seems like, I'm assuming, because you're so nonchalant about it. Every time you talk about somebody with yours, like, maybe they wear it, maybe they don't. Like, Tracy,
I feel like I am.
Yeah, like you say it, and I feel like if it was me, I'd be like, no, they better wear my dress.
Yeah.
You just so cool with it.
I feel like because I see as like, we're all humans, and I feel like I'm getting this stuff is great, but I still see them as like humans.
Right.
In a way. Like, it's not something I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I know I should feel like, yeah, this is good. I don't know.
I
guess because maybe I've been working with them so much to a point where it's like, okay.
You know how the process goes.
I know how the process goes. I know how all this stuff goes.
I feel like you, and this term gets thrown out a lot, but I feel like you truly are a living example of this term. And I say a creative, right? I feel like fashion designer almost kind of box you in. I feel like you're a creative.
I am a creative.
Talk about how you come up with a vision, because I hear you talk about a sketch, like with the United. I wrote a sketch of I wrote a sketch of this dress. Yeah. Talk about that process.
So with the vision, I usually have a mood board. Like I just do my research a lot. This is a lot of research. I come with the mood board. I look at locations, or I look models. I look at models. Like, one thing about me, if you see my models, I'm very picky.
You are.
I'm very picky.
You are. You are.
A lot of people DM me, can I be your model? Trust me, I know what I want. I have an eye. I know what I want, and I'm gonna go for what I want. So those are just like little stuff that I'm a perfectionist. Like, I like to be perfect in whatever I'm putting out. Like, if it's not good, I don't want to put it out. Like, it has to be good for me. Like, even if I put something out, regardless, people are gonna think it's good.
Right.
But if it's not good for me, nobody's seeing it.
So you're doing all of that. I just, because when I look at your content of like when you shoots, when you dropping lunches, or you just displaying, like it's cinematic, and I thought you was hiring somebody.
I'm a creative direct. No, I creative direct everything. My whole shoot, I do it. I could creative direct for other brands too. I feel like that's another calling, another path I have. I'm really, really good at it. Like, I could look at a brand and be like, we need to change this. We need to do this. We need to do that. And you'll be set. Because content is a big thing in this social media era. And if you have good content, you have sales.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have good content, you don't have sales. So I feel like I'm really good at it. I really am.
And where did you go to school for that at?
Huh? Nowhere.
I know.
It's just something I have. So yeah, when you say I'm a creator, I am. I'm definitely.
I sit in awe of the success, but not just of the success, because of the way you went about it. You're self-taught.
Yes.
These are all your own visions and dreams. Yes. It's coming from your culture, right? And when asked the question of what I want to be as a teenager, this is like you living the dream.
Yeah. While my friends are turning up, partying, everything. I was at my mom's house. Zzz, zzz. Oh, Claude, you want to go out? I'm sorry, I'm working. Zzz, zzz. Now I feel like as a 30-year-old, I could kind of lay back a little bit. Now my friends are going through it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now it's like, we're at an age where it's like, 20s is supposed to be like, you figure out like who you are, follow your dreams. And I did just that.
Right.
I knew exactly what I wanted to be, but most of them don't know or are lost.
I hope people are taken away from the fact of like, the partying ain't serving you.
It's not serving. You can party right now. We could party tonight.
Facts.
You know?
And we ain't got no budget, right?
Exactly.
You gonna party, you ain't broke.
Exactly.
Right.
You can party tonight.
I love it. I love it. So how have you been back to Cameroon?
So we went back to Cameroon in before the pandemic, around around that time. And it was good. It was chill. Yeah. But next time you need to come too.
I would love to. I would absolutely love to.
Yeah, for sure.
So now you're in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's running out of LA. We just dropped a new line.
Yes, correct.
On your birthday.
Yeah, 30th birthday.
Yeah, on your 30th birthday, you just dropped a new line.
Yeah.
We're still rocking with United.
Yes.
We're going to speak it into existence that eventually they're going to be able to sell.
Right.
Shout out to your lawyer.
Yes.
So that's the next step, right?
Yeah.
What about these blankets? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're just in the process of like figuring out like if they're going to sell it on their United shop. If they are, then cut the check.
Yeah, if you're watching this and you want one of those United blankets, you know, right, United.
It's free
let
on
them
the
know.
Flight.
Yeah, let them know. You catch a flight first, and if you can't afford to sit in business class, tell United you want to buy one of those blankets.
Yes. And make sure they pay Claude Kameni.
Yeah, no, we're going to get the business straight on your end. We know that the lawyer is going to get the business straight on your end for sure. For sure. So what's the next thing as far as the line? Are we going to drop some kids' clothes coming up?
Oh, kids' clothes? You think so?
Maybe, why not? Little dope babies, of course. Are you serious? Yeah, I just
sometimes you have to figure out who your clientels are. So it's like,
right.
Oh, who gonna buy kid clothes? You gonna buy some kid clothes?
Man, I would love. Man, you know what? Don't nobody feel. I could just see a 7-year-old rocking your shit.
Oh yeah,
because
that would
when
be
they
nice.
throw that shit on, they really be like, "You see me, right? Like you see me."
Mm-hmm.
And all of your designs are like that. It's like you ain't as an adult. It's like.
Yeah.
You see me, right?
You see me, yeah. I had somebody wore like one of this men piece to Coachella, and he was like, "Man, I was the talk of the town." That's all I'm gonna tell you. I was the talk of the town. And I was like, wow.
And it's how that translates is amazing to me because every time you talk about the brand, you talk about like when somebody wear my stuff, I want them to look better than me. I want them to feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And it actually happens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy how that works.
Yeah. I feel like because I know my brand and I know what I'm putting out there, I know you're going to get the attention. It's magic. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Yeah. So when you want to get some attention, when you want to step up in the room, Claude, give me this last name again.
Claude Kameni.
Mm-hmm. So when I'm rocking the Claude Kameni, and when Claude is rocking the Claude Kameni, and she's turning up and she's in her winning season and she's celebrating a big win, what music am I listening to? You're
listening to, can I play it?
No, we probably can't play it. Just tell us what it is.
Okay.
I want to hear it later, though.
It's a gospel song.
Okay, come on.
I need to find it.
Give me the name of it. Yeah. What are we like turning up to, praising, celebrating?
Praising to You Are Great.
You Are Great by who?
It's by Most Bliss.
Most Bliss.
It's an African artist. It's an African gospel group.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay. How you feel about this new Afro beats movement that's came to America?
I love it. It's really, it's about time because I'm even happy that they have their own Grammy categories. Like, it's really nice. Yeah.
That's dope.
I like that. They're really recognizing African artists because I think they're good. The next step they need to do is just put them on the billboard by themselves. Because they can't get on the billboard by themselves right now. They have to have like...
they got to have like a Drake or somebody.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Like that, yeah. So, but it's good. It's moving forward.
Are you aware in the role that you're playing and bringing like that African movement to the normal?
No, that's the thing.
You're not aware of it?
No.
Come on now, Claude. I've interviewed quite a few phenomenal Black women on this show, and I tell everybody else who I'm interviewing usually because I'm so impressed by all y'all.
Yeah.
And every time I say your name, they be like, "Sounds familiar." And then when I show them your granddad, oh my God, every time, right? Like I don't think every time because they be like, "Oh, I think I know. And then it's like, nah, here. And as soon as I show them, they're like, "Oh my God, yeah, that dress. Oh, I wanted that." You don't understand the impact you making on the culture. I ain't got no regular people on here.
That's crazy. I don't know because so I've got like awards for my impact.
Right.
and I really appreciate it, which was Amplify Africa. But that has been the only award I've ever gotten
Okay.
from like everything that I have done. So maybe that's why I'm like, I don't really feel it. Am I really impacting the African continent? Am I doing something? You know?
I think you're absolutely doing something.
Yeah.
Don't minimize that shit. I
Yeah.
think that you are absolutely doing something.
Right.
What advice do you have for any aspiring entrepreneur who wants to chase their dreams, who instinct is talking to them about what is it going to take to be successful?
Yeah. I would say just get up and do it. You're going to be broke. You're going to be crying. You're going to go through hell. But guess what? There's light at the end of the tunnel. That's all I'm going to say.
Whoo!
That
Everything
sure
sucks.
is. Yeah. You're going to be broke.
Everything
You're going to be
sucks.
crying. Just don't give up. That's all I'm going to say. Just don't give up. Don't give up too early.
I like that. When you've experienced times where you were broke and crying and wanted to give up, what kept you going?
People around me.
Wow.
The good people around me.
Wow.
People that actually support you, that want to see you win. A lot of people don't want to see you win.
Very true.
But there's a handful of people that do.
Right.
And those are your family.
So those are the people that you keep around you.
Yes, correct.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Boom. Claude, thank you.
Okay.
Y'all don't even know my girl flew out here from LA. We're in Houston right now. I just feel like I really have to say my girl flew all the way out here from LA to drop these gems on us. Thank you so much, Claude. Go get the new brand. Go get the new line that just dropped.
The new collection on ClaudeKameni.com.
Come on now.
Follow us on Instagram, Claude Kameni.
Ready to wear online. Custom online. Menswear online.
Everything online.
We already on Rodeo.
Another thing.
Come on.
We might come out with our own blanket to put on ClaudeKameni.com.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Stop playing with these people.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
I'm like, might as well.
Yeah. You ain't asked for permission all this time.
Yeah.
Why you go start?
Exactly. So I'm like, might as well just create my own design and put it on my website as well.
Claude, I think you dope as hell. I think.
Dope too.
Thank you. I think the brand is only starting to begin.
I'm only 30.
I know. When I seen your birthday, we was talking about trying to book you. And you was like, oh, yeah. And I think we actually be talking on your birthday. And I seen it come across on the ground. Because I was like, hey, what day? Yes. And I was trying to book the flight. And I was like, hey, what's your birthday? I need to book the flight. And you gave me the date. And I'm like, that's today. Happy birthday.
I know he's going to go crazy.
Yeah. And I'm doing like 30 things at once. So I'm not paying attention. And I come back and look at my phone. I'm like, hold on. That's today's day. Like, you just told me your birthday. Oh, it's today. And I didn't even say happy birthday.
Yes.
Like,
it's April 30th.
Man, I think I started my business at 30. Yeah. You have attained so much at 30. You've learned so much at 30. You've made a substantial impact. You got so much more to do.
Thank you.
As a friend, as a supporter, I am so proud to be here to witness this greatness. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
It was. And that's a wrap. Thank y'all for watching the Art of Never Giving Up podcast.
Yes. Never give up.